Welcome. This is David Bowles, Human Meme. Today's topic, on caring less. We live in strange times where half of us are set against the other half here in America, and we're in a perpetual, never-ending lockdown. And even when we come out of lockdown, we'll still be on lockdown. Lockdown, even if some people don't think we are in a lockdown right now, we are in a lockdown and we will be for a long time to come. So the first thing that goes out the door in a lockdown is fairness and happiness. Now, I think happiness is overrated. We've discussed that before here in your favorite Human Meme podcast. But many people disagree with me, and they live their lives through the gyroscope of being happy or not happy. And those terms always seem like a doomed circle of choice to me, because one cannot always be happy. And if you aren't high on happiness, then you're convulsing as to why you aren't happy. It becomes an endless cycle, a Mobius strip of complete misery. Instead of concentrating on happiness, I prefer to concentrate on tasks, getting things done. Did I do this? Is that accomplished? If so, great. If not, get to it. There's never a downtime with that plan. There's no gray area. It's either done or it's not done. And that leads me into the next cause of action, on caring. Caring less or caring more. And I'm curious which of these sentences you've heard used more often. What exactly do they mean if not the same thing? I couldn't care less versus I could care less. Now, to my ear and mind, they're synonymous, a distinction without a deviation. But maybe I'm missing something. Let me know what you think. The loss of caring is a greater concern than happiness. It's much more common to hear people not caring than saying, I care about you. I care about that. I care. And why is that? Is caring a loser's bargain? Is losing the nominative norm that just becomes happy talk? People sure seem to care more about their happiness than caring about others. I guess that's the new American dream now. You've only made it in America when you're happy and alone. When I was teaching at a major public university on the East Coast, I was walking down the hall one day after teaching a class, and another teacher passed by and said to me, whispered to me under her breath, "What do you have to smile about?" And then she was gone, and I was left to continue walking down the hallway on my own back to my office, wondering why that co-faculty member of mine felt the need to negatively comment on the smile on my face. And it wasn't like she was interested. She didn't wait for an answer from me, wanting to know why I was smiling. And I wasn't even aware I was smiling. It was a drive-by insult against the grin. And for a moment, she landed a wound, until I realized I was letting her ruin the wonderful feeling of the class full of students I had just finished teaching. And that experience makes me curious to this day about what sort of miserable person needs to reach out and claw back someone else's smile from their face. And not for their own use, but just for the general glee of destructing an enjoyed private moment. What a terrible and unhappy person that must be, to be alone with themselves in the world, lying in wait to seek and destroy a smile. And that monster, was teaching the same kids I was teaching. It really made me feel for them, not her. It made me worried how her students must have to worry and keep their smiles in check during her class for fear of grade retribution or being called out in front of the entire class for appearing too smiley without warrant or cause. And my human meme friend, yes, it's teachers like that give teaching a bad name. Let others steal your happiness, but never your joy. And I know you've met monsters like that in your lifetime. They live to steal your energy and your joy and your smile. Some people call those types emotional vampires. And while I get that, I think that description is just a little bit too cute and fun for who and what they really are. We need to categorize those alleged people as they deserve to be heard and known. In public, we must call them monsters. Oh, they are evil. They hate themselves. They loathe others. They live to tear down the world. They are a poison upon the earth, toxic bandits. In the gloom, they manage to paint over us as a smothering tar. They refuse to build anything because creating something worthwhile is hard work. While being a tornado that twirls around everything, tears everything back down to the dust, is easy. And that, the tornado, is what makes them happy and alive. And no kind of human being finds satisfaction in that sort of gloom and dismay. And yet, there they are. So now we know there are monsters in this world. We know there are people who want to rip the smile from our face. We know there are others among us who cannot stand to see other people find success. And now, what are we going to do about it? How do we absolve ourselves from sticky wickets we did not create and do not want? We have to ignore them. Do not listen to them. Oh, they'll shroud their hatreds as constructive criticism and feedback. And the woke among us will demand that we listen to these monsters and we accept their criticism and give them equal consideration in the being of our own contentment. But I'm telling you not to fall for that. Sure, you may have to play along with those politically correct woke misanthropes in the mainstream media and all around you at work. But you don't have to believe what they are telling you. Care not about the monsters. Care only for yourself and those around you. You know your worth. You know the reason for your smile. You know you build. Keep doing your thing. Keep the focus on the forward. Build more things. Create the future. Let them tear down what you've already left behind you. Outwit them by feigning disappointment or regret. Oh, that will feed them the sort of hateful energy they crave. And they might just leave you alone long enough so they can move along to their next perceived victim. But whatever you do, do not let them get to you. Don't fight with them. Don't stand up to them. Do not confront a monster. Because that's what they want from you. They want to engage you. They want to waste your time. They want to tell you up in public and online. Just move around them as quickly as possible. Let them call you disconnected, or snob, or aloof, because you know none of that is you. But they'll try to stick a label on you that makes them happy. and their dismay has nothing to do with the real you. Find like-minded people. Surround yourself with smiles. Barricade yourself in an open world by walling off the negative monsters that only live to betray you. Keep your eye on the sky and your intention on the horizon, and take one step forward with every breath of your being into the future of your own bright dawning tomorrow. And smile over the sunset of your golden accomplishments that will never diminish in the ongoing shine of the moon. Thank you for listening. Be a human meme.